Mr. Talley, will you bring us up to date on our meeting last evening with Mendham Borough regarding the shared services that we're discussing?
Yes, we're in the process, as I had mentioned at the last meeting, an ongoing series of discussions with Mendham Borough to try and share more and more services. Right now, tonight in closed session, we'll discuss a potential contract. We don't really want to go into the terms of it because Mendham Borough hasn't agreed to it yet. But once they have, then we'll have a subsequent discussion where we'll explain more in exactly what we're looking into. We don't want to prejudge the borough and their action, which will occur next week. So I would think, Mr. Chairman, at the next meeting, we should be able to have a more informed and informative discussion for the public.
Mr. Talley, I do think that we did reach an agreement on one item that I think we can advise the public on.
I can't imagine why they wouldn't go along with it, but they haven't voted on it either, and that would be...
You're talking about recycling?
Yes.
Yes. Can we discuss that? Yeah. Okay.
I can't imagine the borough, again, is not voted on this. Obviously, we agreed in principle. It's a common sense kind of thing. By joining our recycling together, we'll save 5%. And by going to single stream, we save 2%. So there does not seem to be any downside. The positive for Mendham Township is the fact that recycling will switch from Mondays to Thursdays, which means that we won't have all the holidays, or not as many. Still have Thanksgiving. But we won't have the given Monday holidays where we have to take the garbage someplace else. Single stream, I believe, has been very successful. We'd love to hear your comments on that. I think it's great. And the fact that we can save additional money by working with the borough and unitizing it to one day, I think is an advantage to us. It's not gigantic dollars, but it's certainly a step in the right direction. And I think it was a productive meeting last night.
And what would that take effect first of the year?
With the contract, whenever that contract changes.
First of the year is what we're being told. We will confirm that, and certainly we'll do a full-blown blitz of media outlets to let people know.
I just like that we had a lot of issues that came up that hadn't come up before, that there seemed to be a lot of progress being made. Obviously, to pick up a 5% savings, everybody agree and move on, really, I think helps both towns. So we'll discuss that contract in closed session, and I believe the borough will be doing the same thing next week, and hopefully our administrators can compare notes at the end of next week, and hopefully we can have some more things to report on that are win-win situations. I'd like to, are we done with that?
With that, yes.
I've got a couple other things here to discuss.
On the agenda?
No, it's discussion.
Oh,
I just want to go over our to-do list. We're almost three-quarters of the way through our year, so I just want to go over with Mr. Mountain and members of the committee and the public what's outstanding on our to-do list. I believe we've had the police chief address the township committee, the township administrators addressed the township committee and the public. We've appointed bond counsel, we've appointed environmental consultant, we appointed the planner, appointed labor council. We have to discuss, and our due date for this is September 30th, bid the Board of Health contract, which also flows with discussing this with Mr. West. So if we're going to bid our Board of Health, we've got to get on board with Mr. West, Dr. West, is it? Dr. West. At times of the essence now, decide whether we're going to bid those services. I'll take any comment from any of the township committee members with respect to that contract.
I really think the Board of Health has to come in with their
Right. Okay. We're behind on our codification of ordinances.
was that actually planned for this year?
We asked Mr. Merck to look into it.
Okay.
And
we
we had an
do
October,
next month.
right, October due date. Our Comcast renewal of the agreements in progress. I believe we have started the operating budget process and the capital budget process.
Capital is out, the operating request will be going out within the next several weeks.
And part of the process is that we've we're deep into doing the planning process for projecting out capital and operating, and also looking back at capital operating, so that portion is well along the way. And I need to follow up with Steve. I think we're waiting for one of the gentlemen to work with our finance officer.
Commence orientation of our new township committee member is 6 weeks away. We're behind on the disposition of the 2 homes, and that we have to make a priority.